today with another video. But before I get started on all the details, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you are not subscribed to my channel already. And if you are subscribed, please make sure to turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Now today's unit is going to be brought to you by none other than Nadula hair. Of course, I'm going to make sure to leave all the details down below in the description box. But let's go ahead and get into what's in the box. Well, what's in the bag in the box. You get it. But you get your box right here, okay? And then you get the bag, and then they just include a satin bag right here. And then let's go ahead and open this all the way. So the unit does come in this bag, and it included an edge band, an edge brush, and an HD wig cap. Looks like they included some pre-everything tape. Also have some lace pieces to show you all. This their HD lace, and then this is transparent lace. Now I think both look good. It really just depends on what you want to do, but this is their HD lace, and then this is their transparent lace. So the HD lace is definitely a little bit thinner. Right here, this is the HD, and this is the transparent. So both look good. It really just depends, like I said, on what you want, but I'm always down for some HD lace. Just always down. Okay, so this is their new 13x4 Real Scalp Water Wave wig. This one is in the length 24 inches. This is what it is looking like straight out of the box. Okay, the ends of this look really nice and full. Your lace area looks like. Okay, I'm super excited to try this one out. And they also included some tape on the side. And then as you can see, you do get your pre-cut lace right here. You don't get any combs on the side. However, you get a comb in the nape area. You get your adjustable elastic band. And you also get, if I could pull it, your drawstring. Okay. So there's a drawstring right there for extra security. Hey, so I am not quite sure if I'm gonna have to tint the lace on this, because y'all see how that's looking like it's blending into my skin pretty well. But I'm gonna see once I try this on. So I'm gonna adjust my elastic band because I got a small head. Oh, I didn't tell y'all, it has adjustable straps too. So you got adjustable straps, the elastic band, and plus your drawstring. All right, so we're gonna see though, because like I said, I do have a small head, so I'm hoping that this fits me really good. I'm impressed so far. I did not have to tint the lace. This is what the front of the hairline is looking like. Okay. It's the front of the hairline. Now you can definitely see that this is overlapping my ear, but that's because it's a 13x4, so I am gonna have to end up cutting into that. That way it can just stick perfectly and sit above my ear. But yes, I did not have to add any tints. Okay. Now, as far as this parting space area goes, you can see where that little area starts as far as the scalp. And I think a little powder might help take care of that. I don't think it's a big deal. But if you do not want to keep it parted in the middle of the middle part, you can definitely move this over to a side part. And I do like how the parting space is nice and open. The only thing is, because this is a 13x4, it's not going to go super far back. So this is about as far back as you're going to get. And if that bothers you, you might want to check and see if they have some other options on the website. But for me, when it comes to curly hair, it doesn't have to be like a super deep part. And then this is as far as you would want to go with the middle part. But like I said, I do like that it is nice and open. Okay. Okay, I'm not mad at this at all. The fit on this, right now, it fits me good. I did adjust that elastic band, and then I used the drawstring, and it's on. I don't have any issues. In fact, it feels very, very snug, especially in this area right here. But the only thing that I see that I need to do is just, like I said, cut off this lace on the side, because you can see my ear is leaning. So I'm just gonna cut that off and work with this unit. We're gonna do a few little styles, see what we can see, and then of course I'll be back to show you guys the final looks and also to tell you guys my final thoughts. am done with this install. Super simple and easy. As you've seen, I did have to go on the side and cut off some of that lace and that tape by my ear, and I actually used the tape this time around because if you are new to my channel, I really don't care to use tape, but I decided to use this because it came already on the lace and it was very easy for me to just apply it. Now, taking that piece off was not. You guys see me use some of my little eyelash tweezers because I was going to take the whole thing off, but it sticks down very fine. And then because it does fit really good to the front, I didn't have to use anything else except for just a little bit of mousse to kind of give it that melt factor, and it worked really well. So I'm all for using the tape if you feel like you don't want to do anything else and it's still going to look like you just melted everything in, especially because the lace is very, very nice. Come as a middle part. I did have to kind of fix it in the front and just elongate it just a little bit, but keep in mind that this is only a 13x4, so you can't go super far back, and that's okay because the parting space is nice and open. I just put a little bit of mousse at the top, and I used 2 products today. I used the olive oil wrap mousse, and then I used my Tresemme Flawless Curls. I used the mousse kind of towards the top and then the ends, and then put the Tresemme Flawless Curls in the middle because this is lightweight. And I didn't want to take all day with diffusing the hair down, but when it comes to the ends, because they are a bit dry, I just wanted to go in with something that was going to define it a little bit more, and then I diffused the hair down. Now when it comes to the ends, I don't really care to fluff out my ends when it comes to curly and wavy hair, just because I don't want it to look super frizzy, so I kind of just fluff up more from this area. You guys did see me use my Sleek and Shine serum because it does help tame frizziness and flyaways. I did not notice a lot of flyaways, but of course, because of this texture, you are going to get some frizziness. There, I just kind of did like a half up, half down style. I actually did 2 half up, half down styles. I kind of tied it up in the back a little bit and let the hair kind of fall, and then I just pulled it down. And if you wanted to, you can definitely put this into a low ponytail, especially because it sits on your ear so good. Yeah, you could definitely do a low ponytail. This is a very good amount of hair, okay? So if you're somebody who does not like a lot of density, you might want to check and see if they offer a lower density or just something else on the website. And then also I did this kind of flip over. I also pulled out a little bit of hairs in the front and just kind of swooped them over. You don't need the little baby hairs if you choose not to, because I feel like the hairline looks good as is. Now as far as like the real scalp, it looks good, but I did have to add a little powder right here because I feel like you can kind of see it a little bit. You do not need a wig cap because this already kind of helps with that. If you're going to wear a wig cap, it's going to be just because you kind of want to protect your own hair. As far as shedding and tangling goes, I didn't receive a lot of shedding when I was styling the unit. I actually had no issues with manipulating it, but I do expect some to happen, especially because of this texture, and also snags. I expect that to happen too. I noticed some in the nape area and then more towards the ends of the hair, but this is definitely a unit you are going to have to make sure to take care of, because you're not just going to be able to plop it on, go and just move around. No, she's going to need some moisture, and I think you'll be good to go. You take care of her, it'll take care of you. I think if I am missing anything, I think I already told you guys about the fit. I feel like this fit is really good on my head. Now, I probably could have cut off a little bit more on the side because you can see my ear kind of leaning just a little bit, but I did not want to cut into that like real scalp. So I just tucked it a little bit more behind my ear. I didn't even have to use the drawstring if I didn't want to, because like I said, it is fitted up in this area. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So if you're looking for a glueless waterway wig that's going to just be fitted and you got a head like mine, I think you'll be fine. What you guys think about this one? She is cute, especially if you are going on vacation, because it's pretty much ready to wear. You guys know back to school is happening, and I don't think you can go wrong with a waterway unit. She is on the darker side, which doesn't bother me at all either. And the length on this, I'm only 5'2", so it does go a little bit longer if you stretch it out. But this is where it is hitting me kind of dry down. I would say this is about 80% dry down. If you are interested in this unit, I am going to make sure to leave a link down below in the description area. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on, share and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.